4. Hello. Happy Play People. Good Saturday morning to everybody. We're on the golf course. Can hear the sound of golf balls being hit. That clacky, clicky noise. It's the golfers. It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood. A beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? It's a neighborly day in this beauty wood, a neighborly day for a beauty. Could you be mine? Would you be mine? I have always wanted to have a neighbor just like you. I've always wanted to live in the neighborhood with you. So let's make the most of this beautiful day. Since we're together, we might as well say, would you be mine? Could you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor? Won't you be? Won't you be? Please, won't you be my neighbor? Hello, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the Saturday Beach Report. And I know everybody's anxious to hear, but we are still waiting on the most important person in the world to show up. That's how I feel about it. I mean, I don't know what else to say, but I am trying really hard to keep it cool. But those of you who are grandparents, can you tell me, is it normal to like totally feel hormonal? To feel ravenous? To feel excited and terrified at the same time? Um, and the only thing I'm terrified of is just, let everything be good. I'm sorry, I'm not terrified. We have to get rid of that feeling of fright or being afraid of things. I think you have to instead embrace it for what it really is, which is excitement and joy, so much joy that you hardly don't know what to do with yourself. So, okay, thank you, Sandy. So, and then we always have somebody crazy like F here who just wants to have sex. F, we're not talking about sex for just sex's sake, but to procreate, to bring more children into the world. What is a fit check, Joe? What does that mean? Anyway, thank you for validating my craziness, Lisa, because I really truly feel like I'm not the one giving birth, but in a way, I kind of am. And like in the best way, because I don't have to go through it. Hi, Bo. Good to see you. So I am an emotional roller coaster mess of a person lately. And I don't hardly know what to do with myself. Oh, Marky Mark's in the house. Hi, Mark. Um, I feel like I'm going through this huge life change, even though my life really doesn't need to change per se, but I've always embraced change in life because I think that's what life is all about. Hello, Willis. What you talk about, Willis? I always love to say that. Anyway, hello everybody. So good to see you guys. I'm also gearing up for an interview that I'm doing this morning with a local politician here in Pennsylvania. He's running for state representative. You saw I actually did a video of his. He had a debate with with the other guy running for state representative on the Republican ticket. And I think it's so interesting why people run for office and why people don't run for office. Once the little bundle arrives, it will all fall into place. I know it will. I know it will, Lisa. That's what I'm counting on. It's just, the waiting is the hardest part. Every day gives one more yard. Take it on faith, you take it to the heart. The waiting is the hardest part. I know I killed that one, but anyway. Oh, Time, thank you so much for talking about the way I look and talking about the bags under my eyes. That's so nice of you. Do you talk that way to everyone you meet on the street, or do you just do that on social media because you can? Thank you. I do have bags under my eyes because guess what? I'm a normal person. That's something I do want to talk about too. It doesn't bother me, and you don't have to even hide people like that, Bo. I think we should show the world how they think and what they think about. So I guess the lesson here is that everywhere you go, you're being judged by everyone and everything. But guess what? There is really only one judge that you should ever care about, and that's the Lord. And that's the judge that I care about. So you can make fun of the bags under my eyes, and you can talk about my leathery skin and how I'm old and my gray hair. I don't care. In my eyes, I'm beautiful just the way that I am, and there's nothing that you can say to me that's gonna make me think otherwise. So, there's that. Then we have, somebody here who seems to be some kind of a scammer. How much time has passed since your loan? What does that mean? Scammers everywhere. Scammers, liars, people in your way all the time trying to tell you that you owe them money or you're a loser and you just don't deserve anything that you have. Hi, Big Lon. Hi, Big Frank. We got the big guys in the house. Thank you, Sandy. Yeah, I'm not afraid of these people. I'm not afraid of anybody who comes on this show or even comes up to my face, which never happens, by the way. But they like to come on my show and say pretty nasty things to me and about me. And that's okay because I don't care. And neither should you. I think we all have to stop letting these scammers, liars, deceivers, gaslighters, jealous people, we have to stop letting them rule our lives. Stop letting them make us feel any certain way because you always make yourself feel the way you want to feel. And Cody, I know you're trying to be kind here, but as a young man, I'm going to give you a little bit of advice. And all the young men who come on my show talking about sex, I'm 60 years old. I'm this close to being a grandmother. I don't want anything to do with you sexually, okay? And nobody my age does. And if we do, there's something seriously wrong with us. So just keep that in mind. Do you want to be with a woman who has serious mental problems? Why don't you find someone your own age and court her and be kind to her and start a beautiful family? Yeah, I know, Lisa, they are disgusting, but I think if somebody doesn't tell them how disgusting they are, they're not going to know. So I'm just going to say it because I have a baby coming into this world and I want to protect this baby. And if there are scumbags out there talking this way to me, how are they going to talk to a little child? Just saying. And I want to ignore them. I want to. But at the same time, I want them to stop what they're doing. And sometimes you can talk to people, unless they're bots, unless they're not real, and that's another problem we have in this world, is that half of the, dealings we have online are with robots, computers, and you're letting a computer tell you how to feel, and that is very, very, very uncool. So, hello, Martin. Welcome to everybody who's new to the Beach Report. I've been doing this show for more than 10 years, so a lot of people on the show know me very, very well. But all of you new people, I welcome you. And I do ask that you be kind and respectful. And thank you so much, Marky Mark, for the stars. I appreciate it so, so very much. And also, I would ask people like Barry not to discuss the way that I look because I'm not here acting as a porn star or anything. I'm almost a grandmother, like this close. And I'm just being myself. And I really don't appreciate people looking at me and, they've already, criticized the bags under my eyes and the way my body's built. It's just, it's so nasty. It's so like, why do you do that? Tell me why you do that. I want to know. It doesn't hurt me or anything, but I do think that it hurts you. I wanted to talk today about the importance of honesty. Hello, Ireland. Martin's from Ireland. We have several people here from Ireland, Martin. I have fans all over the world, actually, which is so great because the Beach Report is an international show, and I am an international girl, and I lived in Switzerland for more than 10 years. You're on a live stream and you're putting yourself out there and people are rude. It's called deflecting their real feelings. Yep, exactly. And it's okay with me. This is what I'm saying. I was made for this, okay? I'm a professional journalist and I've been out there in the real world most of my life. And I trained to be a singer, trained to be an actress, trained to perform, trained to write, trained to read. You name it, I was trained to do it. Trained to play every instrument, and I can play none of them, but I do appreciate music, and I've learned a little bit about pretty much everything that I can ever learn about, and I'm not done yet. So, why do you think this is gonna be my most viewed live stream? That's funny. Oh, Switzerland is beautiful, Richard, and I would say you should definitely go there, but just to visit. Don't try to infiltrate the Swiss. They don't take it well. But I did, and it's okay, and my children are half Swiss, and they go to Switzerland all the time, and they have a great life there, so but they are American. Anyway, Barry, my channel is about the beach report, and I know you don't see any beaches here today because I am on location. I am expecting a huge life experience where I'm about to become a grandmother. So I have to travel to where the baby is. And that's why I'm here. And I'm just kind of hovering and waiting for my grandchild to be born. But I am a journalist, I am a truth teller, I'm an author, I'm an editor. I'm a publisher. Have published myself with 2 books, and I've published 2 other people too, and I'm just doing what I'm doing. I'm a real person. I'm one of the only real people who you'll see on the internet who's been around for more than 10 years now doing this show and just being myself. And I don't have anybody sponsoring me, just you guys. And if you want to buy a book, my website is jillbooks.com, jillbooks.com. And I know you have to live in America to buy my books because it's prohibitively expensive to sell books anywhere else. But I also sell beach bags and muffin pillows. A muffin pillow is my dog Muffin, who passed away almost 2 years ago. And so I made a pillow and she was adorable. So she'll be adorable forever. I kind of do it all on the Beach Report. We have a lot of fun here. It's a musical show, and I will break into song at any moment. You never know when. You can always ask me to sing, and I absolutely will sing any song you can name. If I know it, I will sing it. Oh, there's Jamie Crow. Hello, Jamie. And Two Strokes on Two. Hello. It's sunny, and then it's not. And then it is, and then it isn't. This is Pennsylvania. So thank you about the hair. Thank you. Martin, kindness and honesty is in short supply these days, but yes, I strive to have a show that is positive. I don't want anybody to be afraid of life. Well, it's because I live at the beach, guys, so it is very cool. If you like the beach, stick around. I'll be going back in a couple of weeks. Um, if I can, I will probably be at the beach very soon because I'm going to find a East Coast beach, a northern East Coast beach. And I know somebody was talking about Rhode Island, and I really want to go to Rhode Island. So, Rhode Island person, can you like remind me who you are and let's talk about it? Because I love to explore the world around me. And when I am traveling, I take you guys everywhere. And I like you to feel like you're with me. So we're all on the road this week, this month. I admit I have been a little bit less beach report, like doing my show. I usually do my show twice a day, but I'm a regular in that Funicello. That's funny. I guess you're not wrong about that. Jamie got a body perm, curls, curls, and more curls. Well, Jamie, why don't you just get the curlinator? Oh my goodness. Chemicals in your hair. I don't believe in the chemicals. But sometimes we want those curls and sometimes we don't. So I get both. Anyway, we are here in Blairsville, Pennsylvania on one of the most beautiful golf courses I've ever seen. And I'm not a golf player, but I do live in the land of golf courses in Florida and coming from Western Pennsylvania. That's another land of golf courses. And you might have seen a show a few days ago, a week ago, I think, where I was on the golf course with my girlfriends and I was filming them playing golf. I don't play golf because I don't like anything where I need a whole lot of equipment. And that's the thing about the beach report is I don't have a whole lot of equipment. I just have my camera stabilizer, aka gimbal, and gimbal broke. So Jamie, your support gimbal is working pretty well and I really actually kind of like it and I didn't think I would. So I'm having to kind of switch it up. I try to do everything on a shoestring budget. I don't believe in spending a lot of money. I don't have a lot of money, and I don't even think money is real. So you can support the Beach Report, however, by buying books. You can send me stars. You can send me super chats, whatever you want. I do this show every single day for you. So it is always helpful when you support. And the best way you can support is by becoming a member. And like Hero wants me to give him a kiss. Like, why would I kiss a stranger? Would you kiss a stranger? I don't think so. It's just interesting how people just want whatever they want whenever they want it. I don't even know you. Barry says frisbee, football, and cooler. All of those things sound like a summer's day. So the reason that I look good for my age, by the way, is because I live and walk in faith. And I had just turned 60 years old this past November. I am one of the first Gen Xers in the world and proudly Gen X generation, one of the first Gen X. So I'm right on the cusp of the baby boomers, and a lot of my friends are baby boomers, and I mean no disrespect to them, but being Gen X, it does make me feel kind of like a badass. And good decision, hero, exactly. And I'm 60, Barry. 60. I've entered my 61st year of life, which will culminate in November when I become 61. So I'm just celebrating all the time. And I am a widow, so I'm not looking for any men. I will never get married again. I'm not interested in dating. I love the Lord, and I we can talk about relationships if you want because I have a lot of wisdom, and I have certainly seen and been through pretty much everything a person can see and be through. But, yes, I'm a baddie. I'm definitely a baddie, but I'm also a goodie because I only want the best for everybody. I'm not here to scare you. I'm not here to make you think that your life sucks and I'm so great and you should feel badly about yourself if you're not this great too. What I want is for you to be this great too. I want you to be free like I am. At the age of 60, I am truly a free person. We love you too, Marky Mark. I mean, I love you too. I say we because I do feel like everyone who follows the Beach Report, we are a family. We are family. I got all my sisters and brothers and me. Jamie says, thanks, my girl Jill. We are blessed to have you as a friend. Oh, I love you guys so much. Oh, Billy, you're a Roman. A Romani. What's a Romani? From the north. Interesting. Hi, James. Oh, you're so sweet. And I like it when people are sweet. So, thank you, Jeff. Anyway, you guys can have it. I've got bugs hovering around me, so I'm gonna have to go over here, try to get away from them. Anyway, the reason that somebody looks good in their old age is because of the life they lead. And it's true. You know, your habits catch up to you. So if you are smoking cigarettes and you're in your 20s, people warn you that you are going to look old and wrinkled before your time. Well, welcome to 60. I smoked cigarettes in my 20s and people want to talk about the lines here or the whatever. Yes, this is the result of that. However, I quit smoking cigarettes in my 30s and I like to think that my skin bounced back as best that it could. So, I don't think I look all that bad for the age of 60. Again, I don't really care. I don't think that the amount of wrinkles that you have really say that much about you, except for the fact that maybe you smoked cigarettes and you robbed your skin of oxygen for a long time. And like Marky Mark says, just smoke grass and you'll be fine. And he's really not wrong. I do worry about the vapes, Barry. They haven't been around that long, and they're saying that they could be actually really bad for your lungs. Like I've heard something about popcorn lung. So be really careful about the vapes. And Rasik, I'm not looking for a man and I'm not looking for a relationship, and I don't want to talk about sex with anybody. So I would appreciate if you would stop saying things like that about me. And I'm not trying to be mean or rude to you. I just want you to know that that's not what I'm about. Okay. But you can ask me questions about how to handle life because I like to be your wise advice giver. I do know a lot about life and I have been there and I like to think that I've been through that. Been what do they say? Been there, done that, not going back. So it's interesting when you get to be a certain age and you start to realize that, you don't have that many years left, but at the same time, you're the matriarch of your family. That's kind of crazy. Oh, plans today, Jamie. So I was telling everybody I do have an interview with Ethan Nichols today at 10:30, I believe. And that'll be on Facebook on my Beach Report Facebook show because he's running for state representative of Pennsylvania in the Butler district. And yes, that's the same Butler where President Trump was shot. And look forward to a lot more things I'll be doing with that situation because I was a journalist for I don't know, from 2001 to, like, 2017 in Pittsburgh, and Butler was my beat. So, I lived near Butler. I never lived in Butler County, but I always lived, like, right across the border. So, I always, reported on a lot of things going in Butler County and the school districts there and the townships and everything. So, when President Trump got shot and I was watching from my home in Fort Lauderdale, and I was, like, seeing all these people I knew. So, these people, want me to come home to Butler and to report on the President Trump shooting in a way that nobody else really can because I have a lot of questions, and I think there's a lot of dirty dealings with that. I've got bugs coming after me right now. I'm gonna start walking back this way. There's a lot going on with the, attempted assassination of President Trump, and I want to get to the bottom of it because that's my community. And the newspaper I used to write for, the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, has gone belly up. And I heard it's going to be sold or whatever. I don't know. I don't care. But it would take 3.5 hours to get there. So I will be back for the 4th of July because the people of Saxonburg, you saw me with Miss Molly the other day and talking about the Roeblings and the bridge and all that. They're going to dedicate this bridge and it's going to be really cool this year. There's so many things going on. It's the 250th anniversary of our country. And it just feels like, such a momentous opportunity for us to talk about our history and also our strength, because our strength does lie in our history and our forefathers who believed in what they were doing, where we are coming to find out that everything has been a lie. Everything has been a lie. Oh, Bo got rid of Barry. Good job, Bo. And a big shout out to my wonderful mods who take very good care of me and everyone else in the chat because we don't need to be bothered by a bunch of trolls. Two Stroke loves guacamole flavored tortilla chips from Sam's Club. Oh my gosh. Two Stroke, don't eat that stuff. Really. Don't shop at Sam's Club. You know, most everything that comes from China. Did you know that? What do you think about President Trump being in China? And how did he handle Xi Jinping? Man, I heard him talking to Xi Jinping, calling him a great leader, just literally kissing his butt. But I understand that that is how you have to do diplomacy with countries from, like the Chinese, it's all about saving face. And we have to realize that President Trump, he's playing 3D chess and he knows dang well how to deal with people like Xi Jinping. We watched him handle the dictator of North Korea masterfully. And we know that whatever he's doing with the Chinese is for the best interests of the rest of the world. I believe I know a lot of people have maybe lost their faith in President Trump for some reason. Be for the reason, of course, because the media tells you the worst things and lies to you constantly. But what I want you to know is that if you believe the best in somebody, then usually that's what you will get. And that goes for all people, people in your life, your relationships. If you go into a relationship not trusting and with a feeling like, every word you say is suspect, every word they say is suspect, that's not a good relationship and you're never going to thrive with that. MAGA revival here. Exactly. Trump is the badass of the world. Yes, he is. And yes, I'm a real woman and not AI. Did someone say I'm AI? It's sad that they think that, really, Bo. It's a sign of the times. And it's one of the reasons why the beach report is never going away. You guys are gonna get to watch me, go through my 60s and my 70s and my 80s and my 90s, and I completely intend to be here for everything. They are not gonna get rid of me very quickly at all. And you know why? Because I know my power, and we all have this power. and everybody how can someone with wrinkles be this fit and beautiful? Well, that's not a backhanded compliment, I don't know what is, but I have wrinkles because 'cause I'm a woman who's lived life, and I don't go to the plastic surgeon. I was raised by a plastic surgeon. True story, bro, my dad was a plastic surgeon. And did I have plastic surgery? Yes, I did, but not on my face. The first time I ever had plastic or surgery of any kind to alter my appearance was I had a little mole right here, just a little one on my neck. And when I think I was in 6th grade, and there was a boy, and the boy liked me, so of course he teased me mercilessly. And he got a bunch of other kids to tease me too, and they teased me for the mole on my neck. And they made, as people will, a mountain out of a molehill. I mean, they were passing notes, that's what we did back in the day, we passed notes. They were passing notes where they would, draw, like, pictures of me, and the mole was, like, huge, like, golf ball with hairs growing out of it and everything, and it was just a little tiny mole. So and I really was kind of confused about the whole situation, why they were picking on me for this mole. I just thought it was so weird. So I mentioned it to my dad. I said, "Yeah, the kids are making fun of me because of this mole." And my dad looks at it and he goes, "No problem. We'll have that sucker off in 5 minutes." True story. He came, swooped in with this scalpel. Next thing I knew, I didn't know what was happening. It was gone. It was gone. I showed up in school. I think he did it on a Friday, so I didn't even need a Band-Aid, a few days after that. It might have been a holiday. I don't know what it was, but I just know that the next time I came to school, the mole was gone. And they're, like, looking at me, and I'm like, "What you gonna say now?" So, Elvis had one on his face too. "Hey, Ashley! Oh my gosh, Ashley, how are your babies?" So, anyway, for those of you who don't know, Ashley is having twins with the Beach Report. So, she's our Beach Report baby mama. And I say that in the most wonderful way ever. Anyway, yeah, so the mole's gone. There is the slightest line there. S- Yeah, nobody would know it was ever there. But I didn't care. I was kind of shocked when my dad took that off. So that was my first plastic surgery. And then I went on to believe I was fat because my mother was fat. So she told me I was going to be fat if I did not watch every morsel of food that I put in my mouth. Really, I was just a hungry teenager. I wasn't supposed to be fat, but yeah, my mom made me believe that, yeah, fat was the worst thing that could happen to you. So, of course, I took it to the extreme, which is just kind of the person I am, and stopped eating for a while and got really, really skinny and got anorexia nervosa and got bulimia and I got all those things. And part of my eating disorder included finding out about something called liposuction, where the doctor could suck the fat out of your body and it would be gone forever because you don't make any more fat cells. But little did they know that when they take the fat out of your body, the fat cells that you can't grow back, well, the other fat cells then have to do the work of those fat cells. So the fat might not come back where they took the fat cells out of your stomach like they did with me, but the fat will find its way to your ass. Yeah, and your arms and wherever else you've got those fat cells still. So, if you suck them all out, then, the few fat cells you have left will explode and cause all sorts of health issues, and it's just a nightmare. So, please, young people, don't mess with your body. Don't look to the plastic surgeon to enhance any part of you because it does not matter what you look like. I mean, yes, in a way it does, and you can see everybody's always talking about the way I look and I get it, but at the same time, who really cares? Are you going to be judged by God because you have a nice butt? Are you gonna be judged by God because you've got saline solution in your breasts, and now they're leaking and going throughout the rest of your body and causing some kind of a, Sjogren's disease or whatever? I'm just saying, can we all just look at people as the, souls that emanate from these meat suits that we're all in, you know? Yeah. Beef, it's what's for dinner. Two-stroke. But, just is what it is. Hey, I'm 60. I got so much wisdom to impart before I leave this earth, so I got a limited amount of time to do it, so I'm just doing the best that I can, and I'm always going to be too descriptive. I'm a writer, so that's what you get. What you see is what you get. Anyway, yeah, I'm getting ready to do this interview on Facebook with Ethan Nichols. And I wanted to tell you about that because as a journalist, I often interview politicians. And I do think, and Bo is right, you will be judged by God for changing his masterpiece. Good point there. That's so true. And Ashley has her baby bump to distract from her bottom. Oh my gosh, you're too cute, Ashley. Oh, your baby bump's gonna be really big, but you know what? My baby bumps were really big, and I only had 1 baby, so I can't even imagine having 2. But, you go, girl. Get it one and done, and you never have to do it again, you know? You get twins, you're allowed to opt out when you have twins. Nobody expects you to have another kid. I mean, not that you can't, but will you want to? I don't know. It's gonna be a wonderful experience, Ashley. I think a mom of twins is so blessed, and just think your babies are gonna be the closest of siblings. They've got built-in best friends. Every family I know has a set of twins in it. So, I think it's a real blessing to have those twins. And, in some places, though, it's not, and for example, the Indians, they often think that twins are a bad spirit, and they will literally get rid of one of them. And then you think about during the Holocaust, how the evil doctors practiced on twins. If something happens to this one, what happens to that one? So twins are so special, they have to be protected extra special too. Hi, Ricky. Good to see you. Do you remember someone called Nate Attack? Um, I don't know. I see there was literally hundreds of thousands of screen names. So the only ones I really remember are the ones who stick around and eventually become part of the Beach Report family. Then I remember every one of you, but I don't remember Nate ever being a member or someone I've really talked to, so I'm gonna say no. But I remember Ricky. Hi, Ricky. And I remember Jeff. Hi, Jeff. And of course, I remember Ashley. Yeah, you're gonna what is it with you? What are your are you a millennial, Ashley? Because I'm noticing that the millennials, I mean the younger women, none of y'all want to know your baby's sex, gender, whatever. Is it a boy or a girl? Nobody wants to know. For me, I have to know everything because that's just who I am. Oh, the Dark Knight passed away last, and he told me he had a crush on you. Just wanted to say that. Okay. Oh, that's pretty weird. Well, rest in peace. And nobody should have a crush on me. That's always a mistake. So, anyway, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for your loss. I don't know. I am never sure if people are even telling the truth. But if you are, I am very sorry for your loss. And actually, Nate's in a better place. Definitely in a better place. Oh, and it's too early. I don't think it's ever too early for you to find out, Ashley. I think you can find out pretty quickly, honestly. And I'm not faulting you for not finding out. I get it. You guys don't want to know. I wanted to know. That's just me. I'm a planner. So, Anyway, I gotta go because I gotta, do, prep for Ethan Nichols for his interview, but I will see you guys later on the beach report. We are definitely gonna be back, and, Jeff says, "We all have a crush on you, Julie." Now there I know that's true, Jeff, and that's okay. You can all have a crush on me. Just know that it's never going to come to anything, but it's okay. I understand. That makes you normal. All right, you guys. Well, like I said, I gotta talk to Ethan and get ready for his interview, and I will post it here too. So stay tuned for that, and we'll see you on the next beach report. Ciao for now. Good morning, Gloria. Gloria, Gloria, I think I got your number. I love you, Gloria. Anyway, sorry I have to go. But we will have another beach report today. So stay tuned, you guys. Ciao for now.